your voice. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Today we are going to look at vocabulary or context clues. Now, this is a life skill straight until you reach university. You can have a PhD, whatever studies you're doing, you need this skill. And it's context clues and it's part of vocabulary. Whenever we are reading a passage or a sentence and we meet with a word that is unfamiliar, there's a little trick that we use, and we have to know these tricks so that we can apply them. So context clues help us to figure out the meanings of words that are unfamiliar to us. Okay? Eric, can you read this? Context clues, contextual clues.
Contextual clues. These are hints that the author gives you to help you understand an unusual word or unfamiliar word.
Excellent. So these are hints or clues that an author gives you to help you to understand an unusual or unfamiliar word. And there are 6 types of context clues. The first type is definition context clues, illustration context clues or example context clues, contrast or antonym context clues, synonym context clues, logic context clues, and then we have root words or suffix and prefix context clues. So we're just going to skim through these because we looked at them before. Xavier, a definition context clue is a word that helps you to, the clue is given by a definition or explanation within the sentence. Says, can you read this one, please?
The immaculated lady.
Emaciated.
The emaciated lady was bony in appearance. She looked really thin.
Right. What do you think emaciated means?
Skinny.
Very skinny or bony or very thin. Right. So the word is actually defined right here in the sentence. Right. So this is a context clue that is definition context clue. Right. This one is an illustration context clue. Right. Mikhail, can you read this one, please? This type of context clue.
This type of context clue has an example close by in the sentence to explain the meaning. There are some signal words which would help you detect them. There are words such as, including, and for example. We should
Consume
comestibles such as broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots.
Right, so we have, we have 3 sets of clue words or signal words. 3 sets of signal words that indicate we have an example or illustration context clue. And these are such as, including, and for example. So from the time we see such as, we know that these are examples of whatever this means. So we have such as broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. Anybody wants to tell me what broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots are examples of?
Vegetables.
Okay, Ranveer, what were you going to say?
Comestibles.
They are definitely comestibles. And someone just said comestibles are vegetables, right? So by having these words, broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots, we know that they are vegetables. So comestibles would be vegetables, right? So sometimes the examples help us to figure out what the word means. Then we have antonym context clues or opposite context clues. Crystalline, can you go ahead? Contrast, context clues.
Contrast context clues are opposites that are given in a sentence. Even though it is even though through
Even
is
though is a
even
contrast,
though is a contrast clue signal.
right? It's a contrast clue signal, right? When you see even though, that's a hint that you're dealing with contrast signals, right? It's a contrast signal pair. Even though she appeared subjective, subjective means to take sides, she was very impartial. So even though is a hint that taking sides, we want the opposite, and the opposite of taking sides is impartial or objective, right? Chris, even though she appeared lazy, she was diligent. What do you think diligent means? Because we have even though here, so even though is an opposite clue. What do you think? Yeah,
Diligent means hardworking.
yes. Right. What were you going to say, Lauriston?
Which
What
I
is
was going to say hardworking.
excellent, right? Even though she appeared lazy, she was diligent. Diligent here means hardworking because the opposite of lazy is hardworking. Right? Ranveer, can you do this one, please? Synonym context clues. Okay, Zain, can you do this one,
Synonym
please?
context clues.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Synonym context clues are clues that give the meaning of the unfamiliar words through a nearby clue in the sentence. She appeared very optimistic. She was very hopeful of the outcome.
Right? What do you think optimistic means?
Hopeful.
Right, it means very hopeful. Zain, I haven't heard you for the evening. Zain, can you do this one, please?
Logic context clues. In this type of clue, a common sense or reasonable link is given to the unknown word. Example, I know Miss Sam wants to help with the meals for the needy. She is very compassionate.
Right, so what do you think compassionate means, Zain?
Helpful.
Right, it can also mean somebody who wants to assist needy people.
Kind.
Excellent. It could be kind, helpful, or caring. Right? Lauriston, can you read this one, please? Suffixes are endings.
Suffixes are endings that are adding to root words.
That
They
are-
have
That are
added to root words. They have specific meanings.
specific, right? Specific meanings. Good.
Meanings. They change the meaning of root words in a predictable way. Predictable.
Yeah, predictable ways. Yeah. See below for a list of suffixes and their meanings. Go ahead, Lauriston. What does full mean?
As much as will fill.
All right. So what does a spoonful mean? As much as will fill a
Spoonful means as much as will fill.
fill what?
Oh,
This is
spoonful.
a spoon, right? An ist is a person, so a florist. What's a florist? Anybody? Yeah, a person. Go ahead, Junior.
A result of.
No. What is a florist? A person who deals with what?
A floor.
Ah, it's a tricky one. A florist. Anybody wants to tell me? Xavier?
A person who repairs flowers.
Who sells flowers?
A person who deals with flowers is a florist. So this was a tricky one, right? Age is as a result of. So what's a wreckage? Anybody could suggest? Isaiah, what's a wreckage? A wreck is when you have a damaged vehicle. It's as a result of a wreck, right? Ant is a person and is as a result, ant is a person and acceptant is a person who has been accepted. Meant is an action or a statement, right? So encouragement would be an action that encourages people or a statement that encourages people. Then we have these suffixes. Able means able to do. So walkable, what does walkable mean, Arik? What do you think walkable means?
That you are able to walk.
Excellent. Some journey that you're able to walk. Some means a tendency to. Anybody want to tell me what worrisome means?
That you are real.
You have a tendency to worry. Ish means a little. What does reddish mean? Crystalline? What does reddish mean?
Reddish means it's a little red.
Right? Junior, os means full of. What does famous mean?
Full of fame.
Fame, right? Like means similar to or like. What does childlike mean, Mikhail?
That means something or someone acting like a child.
Right,
Similar to.
similar to a child. Very good. Li means in a manner, so suddenly means how something is moving or is done, right? What means in a direction? Backwards means going in the direction of back. Ways means in a way. Sideways means in that way, to the sides, right? Prefixes are root words. Prefixes are syllables that are added before the root word. Now we have some prefixes here. What does anti-violence mean? Anybody? Xavier, go ahead.
No violence.
Use the clue that's given here. Clue is right here.
Like they do like violence.
Right, you're against or opposed to violence. Excellent. Arik, what does hypercritical mean? Hypercritical. Hyper means extreme. What does hypercritical mean?
That you are extremely critical.
Excellent. Right. Zane, can you do this one? Auto means self. What does autobiography mean?
Self-biography.
Right. The story of someone's own life or their self-biography. Right? Down means to lower or to reduce. So downgrade means to lower or to reduce. The opposite of that would be upgrade, which means to increase. Right? Extra means beyond. So extraordinary means beyond ordinary. Mega means very big. Middle means mid. Mid means middle. So midnight is middle of the night. Across is represented by trans. So transport is some machinery that helps us to move across spaces. Miss means incorrectly or badly. So misinterpret means to interpret badly or incorrectly. Tally means at a distance, to help you to communicate at a distance or through a distance. To communicate at a distance, right? Endo means inside or within. Endocrinology is understanding the body within or inside, right? So we have those, and you're looking at your chapter 6, right? So now we are going to look at an activity all of these came from today's Express, right? So they are not going to be easy for you, but you're going to have to think. I'm going to help you to think, but you have to think too, right? So, Eric, can you read this one first, please?
The Ministry of Education is moving to enforce the National School Code of Conduct as the part of efforts to tackle indiscipline among students.
Okay. The Ministry of Education is moving to enforce the National School Code of Conduct. Anybody here knows what this means? Okay, I'll tell you what it means. It means that we have rules that are to be followed. All of you will soon go to secondary school, right? Conduct is behavior. Code of conduct is telling you how to behave. National School Code of Conduct is telling you the rules of the entire country, what is allowed in schools and what is not allowed, right? So the Ministry of Education is moving to enforce the National School Code of Conduct as part of its efforts to tackle indiscipline among students. Anybody would like to suggest using context clues a meaning for any of these two words, enforce and tackle? What is indiscipline?
Most people
People who behave
are not disciplined.
Bad behavior.
excellent, right? People who have no discipline or bad behavior, right? So the ministry is moving to enforce, right, the National School Code of Conduct, right? This is a document that states what is allowed and what is not allowed in schools, right, as part of its efforts to tackle indiscipline among students. So let's hear some suggestions. You may not know, but you have to increase your skill and your efforts in thinking of what words mean in different situations. Enforce. So this is a document, the National School Code of Conduct. So if they want to enforce it, what does this mean? As part of efforts to tackle indiscipline among students. Whichever one is easiest. Suggest a meaning for me.
Enforce is to put into effect.
Okay, so enforce is to putting things and put something in place, right? Okay, so put something in place. Anybody has another suggestion? I'm seeing some other hands up. Crystalline, what do you think enforce means?
Encourage.
Right, encourage. Now, if the National School Code of Conduct is a document, what do you think they want to do with it? Do you think they want to put it in place? It already exists. Do you think they want to encourage it, or what else is a better word? It already exists, but they want to enforce it. So they want to make, what do
Make
they
it
want?
better.
Huh?
Make it better.
Well, we're getting close to it.
Reinforce.
To do what?
Reinforce.
Well, you're close to it, but if it exists, it's a document that exists. And right now, they're not really applying it properly, so they want to enforce it. Junior, what is your suggestion?
Yes,
Mhm.
might get wrong.
That's okay.
Perfect. I don't
Huh?
know.
Oh, okay. Xavier, what's your suggestion?
Implement.
Ah, Implement is excellent. Implement is a very good substitute for it, right? And also, that's excellent. Apply is another one, right? So they want to enforce or implement or apply. So these two words here can replace enforce, right? So I'm going to put in the ones that we are including. I'm going to put in a color for them so you can see them. Let's go with light green, right? Tackle. As part of its efforts to tackle indiscipline. Zane, what do you think tackle means?
To attempt to stop something.
Okay, so to tackle indiscipline, to stop indiscipline. Okay, that's a good suggestion. Anybody wants to suggest the next anything else? As part of its efforts to stop, address is the best one. Zane, you said that? Zane, was it you who said that? Who said that?
No, Miss Eric.
Arik, that's correct. Stop is correct, but address is even better. Tackle means to address or handle or stop, right? Handle or cope with indiscipline. Right? Now here comes a very challenging one. The minister is looking at the whole approach to restorative justice and anti-bullying programs as they move forward. What is justice? Anybody knows what justice is? If somebody commits a crime, what happens to them?
They go to court and they try to fight for
Where would you put a criminal, first of all?
in jail.
Right, and that's part of our justice system, right? But if you have young people, do you think young people who commit crimes or make mistakes should go to jail?
No.
So the minister is looking at a different approach or a whole approach to restorative justice, right? What do you think that means, restorative justice? Do you think he wants to put them in jail? What does restore mean? Yes, Mikhail? Mick?
That is
Huh?
that means like to get back to justice or to implement back something that took out.
Right. So restore means to put back or to get somebody on the right track, to put them back on the right track. So restorative justice, what do you think that means? You're absolutely correct. Put the two together now. Junior, what do you think restorative justice means?
Miss, after is like looking at the
Context.
but after looking at the context, I have a feeling it is like find
They want to do.
yes,
They
I
want
know what it means, but this car, I mean, this car
express it.
Yeah, miss.
Try now. Try a bit. So even if it's wrong, it's okay. At least I know you're thinking. I know you can feel what it means. Restore means to fix. Justice means to make sure we follow all the laws and the rules. So instead of putting young people in jail, restorative justice. What do you think they want to do with them? Yeah.
Miss to like Miss
All right, I'll come back to you shortly. All right. Messiah, you have a suggestion?
Restorative justice means to restore justice.
Right, to restore justice, right? But not just that, right? To fix them, the young people on the right path or to return them to the right path. Yeah? To return them to the right path instead of putting them on like putting them through jail or whatever. Give them counseling and get them to go on the right path. Give them a future instead of throwing them away in a cell. Right? That's what it means. Everybody clear on it?
Oh,
Everybody clear? Now,
that's
I want you every week to read one day's newspaper and select one or two sentences that you've met with a word that you never understood before. And you would share it with me.
Miss,
Yeah.
where I live, like
Mhm.
at this point,
Mhm.
it used to sell newspaper, but I don't know where it's selling now. So like you could take a look at it like online on
Yes.
Google. Oh,
And a lot of people probably don't even buy newspapers anymore. So you always have the online option to read the newspapers, right? That's a very good thing you said there, Junior. Can I have yeah, Mika?
My teachers give my essay and use this as the newspaper.
Okay, you use the newspaper. Okay. Someone read number 3, please.
We have collaborative meetings with the TTPS, deans, school safety officers, and principals.
Excellent. That was Eric.
Yes, miss.
Okay, good. We have collaborative meetings with TTPS, deans, school safety officers, and principals. Right? Zane, you want to suggest?
For collaborative, I think it would be cooperative.
Okay, cooperative. All right. Vidal, what do you think it means?
Feet. F-E-A-T. Feet.
What do you think it means?
Feet. F-E-A-T.
Feet. Okay, feet. All right. Collaborative meetings. What are these people going to do? Hi, Nathan. Good evening. What are these people going to do together?
Mr.
Meet.
Mm-hmm. They're going to meet, right? And what are they going to do when they meet?
They're gonna collab with each other in a meeting.
Right. So what does collaborate mean?
Discuss.
Right. Discuss or share ideas. Yeah, collaborative means discuss or share ideas. Right? So far we're going good. Nathan, are you good? Gonna get, hi Nathan, I saw